lots of them, and then suddenly there was just none. I was like, well, I need another horn, but there are no more of this animal. It's like,
Yeah,
ah,
you
great.
just have to leave, and they usually come back, or after a few minutes,
Okay.
they'll just come back into the area.
Because not knowing anything about the game, I had the idea, it's like, oh, is it, do they get wise to what I'm doing? And then they're just like, oh, well,
They get
we
wise.
won't go to that area anymore, and they'll
I
move
mean,
off to some other area. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's kind of cool. And I went off looking for them in other areas, but they never appeared.
well, they do. Some of them do run off if you're like, if they see you like killing whatever you're killing, they'll run off into different to escape you. But you can just go into the next area where they run off to and kill them there,
Mm.
because that never saves them. That never saves them.
Yeah, I went looking, it's like they're nowhere. So I had to
Yeah,
wait another, I think it was another like 20 minutes in the game. It's like, how come they're
dear,
not showing up?
you're just doing this all wrong.
Yeah, it was painful.
Remind me to never go hunting with you, because you seem like you would be a liability.
I'm also not very good at the hunting.
Ah, and then there's that. And then there's that. Dagger makes fun of her sister because of that. Despite the fact she's actually a good hunter, she just tends to not be able to not be getting killed when she's not supposed to. So it's like, hey, you should stop doing that because, you know, death. Oh, tropical. Wait, how far are you now, though?
I don't know.
Oh, dear.
Yep.
Do you
You
have
just
any?
continue to disappoint me at every turn, tropical. At every turn.
So hard.
Gosh.
Do you have any more
Um,
news tropical, or is that it?
yeah, after that stuff, I can't really remember any other
Oh,
news.
okay, so I guess you can talk about anything you've been playing in RPG, or maybe we can do some RR after that.
Oh yeah. Well, let's start with that then. Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters. You got it, right?
I did.
Is it is it everything you hoped it would be?
Well,
What is it,
I mean,
really?
I didn't know what I was hoping for. So
Okay.
Is there anything you?
maybe I don't know. It's like it's kind of how to describe this game. It's like semi adventure, semi turn-based strategy, kind of semi visual novel thing, semi stuff. It's weird. It's kind of hard to describe. But basically, though, the thing is like where when you start off with this, or when you start off or whatever, they don't really give you much of an, I guess, explanation on, well, at least not like during the adventure portions, because it's like it just kind of just throws you in, and you like get introduced to people, and like this little uh thing pop. I don't know. I don't. It's not like a gauge, but it's like I don't know. It's like this thing with like symbols on it, and you choose the symbol based on what emotion you want to express, and then you choose which of the five senses you want to combine with said emotion to like kind of interact with people. So like for instance, if you click like friendship and touch, it gives you like the option to do like handshakes or something, or you can, I guess you could just mix strange things
So it's
like
some sort of like
anger and taste or
emotive
something. But
response thingy.
they said it's like a sensory input system or something, or rather, so you can kind of just like respond with to stuff like that. Or if you like come across something in an environment, like when we were investigating one of the like the ghost things in this guy's apartment or something, there was like this slime, or was that the one I did? Yeah. Wait, no, maybe, I don't know. There was either that one or the one where there was like salt on the ground or something, and I chose to like taste it to see what it was, and it like, oh, this is salt. I mean, you probably don't want to go around tasting random stuff just in case, but
Well, that's
you know,
good because it
it's
could have
like
been arsenic
it could have
or
been
cocaine.
or cocaine. Yes, because it was a white powder on the
Or
ground, and it could have
thieving.
been, or that. Yes. So and then like, oh wait, yeah, that had to be the salt one, because when I did the tasting with the ghost ooze thing, it like made me see like flashbacks of the ghost memories, which was weird. So maybe licking ghost slime is a good thing. I don't know, but it was on a plug socket, so that could have probably have had something to do with it too. Don't lick plug sockets, kids. That's just a PSA, just in case. I don't want to. It's like, oh yeah, let's all go licking plug sockets. And next thing you know, we're getting sued because somebody's kid stuck their tongue in a plug socket. So, so don't do that at home, guys. Don't do that. But anyways, for like the adventure portion of it, you talk to people, you do the emotional greeting things, and like at the beginning they kind of just thrust you into the whole ghost hunting thing because it's like your character is like this transfer student, and like at the beginning they ask you all these questions like your birthday, your height, your blood type, and all this stuff, and you're all okay. This is strange for students in a class to be asking this, but okay, I'll answer, I guess. And after you go through all of that, you meet like the CEO of the magazine company or some magazine company that publishes like occult things, and she's like, hey, let's talk after you're done or whatever. And then you don't talk to her afterwards because she ends up having to go meet with somebody else. And then you meet with this other girl, and then you guys go up to this upstairs of the school, which is apparently banned because some girl jumped off and committed suicide from it. So you have to go up there, and then you meet this ghost girl, and then it just leads to this whole thing where it's like you get attacked by this flaming ghost thing, and it's like, okay, this I don't know what's happening right now, but apparently they do. And then you get like thrown into like the battle system, which is kind of like, it's like, how do I describe this? It's kind of like a top-down turn-based strategy. And like the way it works is like you have the icons of the hunters on the screen, and you also have like, well, you don't initially have them, but sometimes you'll have like the positions of the ghosts on screen as well. And it's like, and it kind of gives like a kind of like a top-down view of like the area you're in based on like where you were, because like the first one's like in a classroom or whatever, so there's like desks throughout and all this other stuff. And then whenever the idea behind the whole exorcism thing is that you're supposed to predict the ghost's movement, so you're moving your hunters based on how you think the ghosts are going to react or how they're going to move in the environment, and they have to cross your attack paths for you to actually like attack them. And like the different hunters have like different type of attacks. Like the one girl has some magic bell thing that shoots lasers or whatever, and then the other guy has like a lead pipe. And then it's like based on like their type of weaponry, they have like different ranges and stuff, and you're kind of like trying to get the ghost to cross in those paths. And like once if they do cross the path, it usually like turns into like a 3D rendering of like the environment you're in, and like has you like attacking the actual rendering of the ghost and all this stuff. But like beforehand, you can actually the guy who like does the planning for the group or something, he does his research or whatever, and you can actually like purchase like traps and things, so you can like set up like salt barriers and like different things to like force ghosts to move in like different directions, or create things that they can't cross, so you can kind of like use this to kind of help you. Like you could set up like stuff ahead of time, and then you'll actually start the battle, and then you kind of like try to predict their moves based on what you did and everything. But of course this costs money, so it comes out of your commission fee and everything beforehand, so you can't like actually go over when you're like buying these traps and stuff, whatever your fee for the mission is. So basically you're like setting traps, trying to predict the ghost thingies, and then you're like exercising them from the area that you're in. So yeah, that's kind of how that works and stuff. So far anyway, I'm still pretty early in the game, so I don't know all the details. But there's also like this other side stuff, like in the office you can play like this like collectible card game kind of board game thing that's in it that helps you. It can like level up your characters so they can get like new skills and stuff. But it's kind of like, it's kind of similar to, it's almost like practice kind of when you think about it. With the way it's set up is like you're supposed to like you assign people on your team to like be a hunter, and one of the other people can just be the ghost, and then that person gets 4 ghost cards, and then the other 4 hunters are like placed on the corners of the game board. And like the game board has like different terrains, and it has like all these stipulations with who can move with what and who's better on what terrain and all this stuff. And then the idea is to try to find out where the ghost is on the the playing board, but you don't actually get to see where they are. So you kind of have to just go off of hints based on your cards that give you like different abilities, whether it's like it's easier to hear the ghost cries and stuff like that. So they'll kind of be like, oh, I want to go inside this empty building or something. So you'll try to look for like one of the tiles on the board that's like one of the abandoned buildings and kind of thing, and just hope that they're there when you're attacking and stuff. So it's kind of just like there's something similar to that I've heard of before, and I can't remember what the hell it was, but it's like, yeah, it's like a game like that. And you can do that to kind of like level up your characters and get like tech points, so you can train them to do like other stuff in the newspaper thing. But I don't know what that actually does yet, because we haven't really done any like magazine stuff yet. But it's like the training that they do can like increase their ability to proofread and plan and all this stuff. But I don't know what it does yet, so that's a thing too. But yeah, stuff and things.
Interesting.
That is some game there.
Yeah. It is definitely interesting. So, yeah.
Is it good so far?
I mean, I like
Story
it though,
wise?
but it's like, well, I mean, I haven't, like I said, I'm still pretty early, and so far, like the only like story thing that seems like it might be a theme in the game is like the whole, I guess, right or wrong when it comes to, killing the goat or exercising the ghost. Because one girl, you find out after technically the second mission, where the guy, his fiance was actually haunting him, and she was like attacking all the women around him, but then the characters find out later that he was actually dating all these women at the same time. And then the girl that was in the group was saying that, well, technically the ghost had a motive, so should we have stopped her? But then the CEO was pointing out that she was still technically hurting people, so it's like she's still technically bad, and this, even if she did have a reason to do so, it's still not right or something. So then those two are kind of like at odds at whether or not what they should be or what they're doing is right or wrong, kind of thing. But like I said, it's still pretty early, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess we will know more about this one as RPG gets further. It still sounds like I was just interested in the title, but yeah,
There's ghost
that
hunting
sounds
happening.
interesting.
It's in Tokyo. It is strange.
The other game that came out this week would be Atelier Shali? Alchemist of the Dusk Sea. Apparently it's the finale of the Atelier Dusk trilogy, I guess.
I think there's been about 3 of them. Yeah.
Has there been 3 of them?
I think so, because I saw. Well, the thing is, they keep getting like ported, so it's like
it's
kind of
different.
hard to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like they each get like different subtitles and letters and crap, and it's like, oh, okay, it's confusing, but half of them are like the same game, so it's weird. But yeah, I think it's a trilogy or something.
Did you play these? This is from.
I've only played. I haven't played these specific ones, but I've played like other games in the series.
I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
After you talk about some sort of Atelier game in the past.
Yeah, I've played, like other ones in the series and like spin-offs or something. But yeah.
Yeah. What else is? I don't know anything about this one. The cover is pretty.
They usually are. Cause I think one of them I got was like, came with like an art book that was really nice. I was like, oh, this is a really nice art book. I mean, I don't really care for the game, but this is a really nice art book. So, they are usually pretty. That's how they get you. I don't know, those games just, they always fall into the same, like all of the ones I've played, except for like their spin-offs, which are like different with their battle system or whatever. They usually all fall into like the same, like you're the alchemist, you need to go collect things, you need to go make these things with the stuff you collected, rinse and repeat, and it becomes like really repetitive after a while, because it's like at first it's like, okay, this is kind of fun, but then it's like,
have you ever even like finished any of them? Because I don't usually hear you talk about them at length for multiple weeks.
yeah. After I've played them for a while, it's just like, I kind of got where we're going here. I'm good now. I get the idea. So it's like kind of, yeah, because it's like the battle system's like usually pretty basic, so it's not like anything like revolutionary, because that I think that's what my issue was with like Blue Dragon. It's like it's very like the battle system is pretty much just cut and dry, just like no real nothing to it kind of thing. So after a while, I kind of just it's just like, oh, okay, I'm good. So yeah, because I mean you can only throw so many things into a cauldron before it's like, okay,